French began in 1907. We're 105 years old. We began before New Mexico became a state. We preceded statehood by 5 years. It started just as a funeral home, and then in 1929, Mr. French, the founder, opened Sunset Memorial Park, a cemetery that was very different from traditional cemeteries. He had seen one in California that was a park-like with no raised headstones, and he really liked it. And so the idea of creating a park with a wide variety of trees and flowers and what have you became the norm for us at French, and it's been maintained to this day. So there was a lot of pioneering that was taking place, both with people who were building the state, if you will, and working toward statehood, as well as Mr. French and then the subsequent generation, the grandchildren, Chester French Stewart, who's now the majority owner and chairman emeritus of the company, grandson of the founder. So same family, same community. That history has gone unbroken for 105 years in here, and we've kind of grown up with the state. Mr. French was the first funeral home owner to introduce the automobile, as opposed to using horse-drawn carriage, horse-drawn hearse, if you will, in those days. So that was a pioneering step. And New Mexico, was dealing with transportation and railroads and what have you in terms of being able to access and get around the state. So I think there are a lot of parallels between how the state grew and how the French companies have grown over the years. We've expanded our technology, the state has expanded its technology. We've expanded our reach, the state has expanded its reach. So we see those two, I think, in parallel. We have a very strong base of integrity. That is the foundation for our company. And secondly, we pay extreme attention to the details. We work very hard not to let one single detail. And so people, the most noted reason why our business has grown is through repeat business, referrals, and reputation. We have a reputation for being a company that rarely makes a mistake. And that French way emulates a standard of integrity, a standard of ethics, and a quality level of service that we just don't accept anything less than that. And we work on that literally every day. We focus very much on honoring a person's life story today and preserving it for every tomorrow. The primary emotion is grief. Now that brings all kinds of shades of emotion with it, sometimes anger, sometimes deep sorrow, sometimes relief, sometimes joy. People celebrate the lives of their loved ones in many, many different ways. We've been associated with ACI for a number of years, and I've had the privilege to serve on the board twice now, and I've enjoyed that very much. One of the benefits of ACI is that they do such a good job of representing the business community, large, medium, and small, throughout the state, and they can pull together the critical business issues and bring them in a logical and cohesive manner before public policy makers in the regulatory arena, in the legislative arena, and elsewhere. You get the richness, I think, of the dynamic of the business community in this state and what it has to offer. And ACI is that center point that we believe offers the value, which is why we're a member and why we support it so fully.